This is exactly right.
The Hulu original series Furious is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
Starring Emmy Rossum as Alice Black, Furious follows a rookie FBI agent on the hunt for Catherine, played by Lola Pettigrew, a mysterious and calculating female serial killer.
While Alice upholds justice, Catherine kills for it, terrorizing the rich and powerful men of New York in her pursuit of vengeance.
With secrets that change everything, Alice discovers there's a thin line between hunter and prey.
Watch the Hulu original series Furious.
Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Goodbye.
Calling all amateur detectives and podcast obsessives.
Virgin Voyage's second true crime voyage sets sail March 20th, 2027 for a 5-night escape to Grand Turk and the Beach Club at Bimini.
As part of the On Air at Sea collection, this immersive sailing brings together fan favorite podcasts, including Disgraceland, Buried Bones, and Wisecrack, for live recordings, behind-the-scenes access, exclusive meet and greets, and crime-themed programming that you won't find anywhere else.
All aboard our award-winning, kid-free ships.
Head over to virginvoyages.com/truecrime to secure your spot.
Goodbye.
Let me ask you something. You want your car to last longer, run smoother, perform better. I'm talking about your engine. I've got something good for you. Seafoam Motor Treatment. Seafoam helps your engine run smoother and last longer. It's easy to use. Just pour it in your gas tank. That's it. It works while you drive. No extra steps, no tools needed. If your car's been acting up, rough idle, no power, burning through gas, it might be time. Seafoam is an easy first step to help bring that performance back. And this isn't something new. Seafoam has been trusted by mechanics for over 75 years, and why millions of people use it every day to keep their engines running strong. Pick up a can of Seafoam today at your favorite auto parts store and keep moving forward with confidence. Seafoam, pour it in and power on.
You know what quality feels like. You can see it in the way a fabric moves, recognize it in a flawless fit, and appreciate it in the details that make our styles unique. It's the standard Coldwater Creek has honored for over 40 years, derived from a rich Mountain West heritage, and designed for today in styles that are distinctively Coldwater Creek. For a wardrobe you can count on season after season, visit coldwatercreek.com. Shop new arrivals and save 15% on purchases $75 or more with code iHeart.
What's up, Austin? Yay! Oh my God! You're loud in here! Yay!
It's so exciting.
Are you running in place? Where are you going?
What's that?
Are you running in place?
A little bit. It's just so loud and exciting. And hot. Jesus, it's hot here.
This is insane. Our second city of our 2025 tour.
Yeah. It would have been our first, but we were waiting for it to kind of get a little cooler here. And then we couldn't wait anymore, so we decided to come.
We came and we match somehow.
This was a mistake. Like, this was unplanned. This is what starts happening to your brain after 10 years of podcasting together.
That's right. Your purples sync.
Aesthetic syncing is what they call it in science.
Well, tell them about your outfit since we're talking about it.
I got this outfit. It's by a designer named Kevin Hall, and it has pockets.
Oh!
Thank you.
Gorgeous. So pretty.
Thank you. And how about your outfit, Georgia?
Thank you. I have a velvet, insane, drunk aunt at the Christmas party outfit that has, thank you.
Yes.
It has questionable vintage stains on it and cowboy boots.
Yeah.
Because we're in Texas.
That's right.
Obviously.
We're playing the part here. I love that aunt. That
drunk
aunt's
aunt?
like, she just fed some cows and came in. She's like, God damn this Christmas party.
Where's my eggnog and my cigarette?
Give it.
I need to stain this dress.
This is the true crime comedy podcast, My Favorite Murder, if you didn't.
Thank you. That's Karen Kilgara.
That's Georgia Hardstark.
Oh, I met a Texas raccoon last night.
What's this?
I met a raccoon. Vince and I were just going for a walk after dinner downtown. I don't know if it's downtown, but it felt like it.
There were buildings and
Yeah,
stuff.
there were lots of buildings.
Yeah.
And just like out of nowhere, a fucking raccoon jumps out of a trash can holding food and climbs into a gutter. Boom. And when I fucking lost my mind. A city raccoon is the most exciting thing to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, come back.
Come back, I have questions.
I want to interview you.
Do you have an accent?
It was so cute. So I'm clearly starved for animal love at this very moment. Yeah.
I mean, I guess the raccoons in Austin are very well fed because every bite of food I've had since I've gotten here is the best thing I've ever eaten. It's ridiculous.
What you eat? Have you had queso yet?
No, sadly. That'll be my goal before I leave here.
Bucket of queso.
Race to queso. The next 48 hours. I got a hamburger at a place called Eureka, and they said these are the best burgers ever, and we were like, we're from Los Angeles, and then we ate it, and it was the best burger ever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Had some fajitas.
Fajitas.
And these, I think, homemade flour tortillas. Like the tortillas were like someone cared about me as I ate it, which is how you should make food,
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
Anyway.
Should we sit down?
You want to sit down?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Guys,
Thank you.
we're very new to this. It's been 6 years. And
6 fucking years.
it's a little crazy. We didn't think anyone was going to come this time.
Yeah. And you guys haven't heard the first night of Denver? We didn't remember our lines. We don't know what we're doing.
Yes.
We don't know where we are most of the time.
Yeah.
So
if there's like podcast authorities here tonight, we're going to get a bad report card for sure.
absolutely.
But
Do you want to tell them about the podcast?
yeah. This is the speech I have to remember. Literally, I had it printed out because I was like, see, this is the kind of thing that you just, when you do it all the time, it's no big deal. And then that first night in Denver, I was like, literally like, line, I don't get what? But we like to explain ourselves because sometimes it shows there are people, we call them drag-alongs lovingly. There are people who don't want to listen to this podcast, but are forced to constantly.
Right.
And we say hi to you. We thank you for your patience and your love of your partner, that you would listen to these two assholes blab around all through your road trip or whatever it is you're doing. Some drag-alongs come and they don't listen to the podcast and they don't like it and they think to themselves, true crime and comedy, those two things don't go together. So we just want you to know, we're two people who grew up, our childhoods were the type where there was a lot of coping with comedy types of things. So when we approach the difficult parts of life, we often do that with humor. We don't think murder is funny. We just think we're funny. So, that said, if you don't like it, you can get the fuck out. Right?
You got it.
Not only did I remember it, I added to it.
I know.
Yeah.
That's how comfortable you are.
Yes, we're right back on.
Like riding a bike.
Yeah. A audio bike.
An audio bike. Well, yeah, so we're going to tell you some stories tonight. Should we do this?
Yeah, you go first, right?
I'm first, I think. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Let's
Here we
do
go.
it.
So we have done almost 500 episodes, and I feel like a quarter of them have taken place in Texas.
I know.
'Cause you guys
Many.
do not fuck around.
Yeah.
So it has been hard to find new stories in cities we go to, except for Texas. So great job.
And we'd like to thank the Texas Monthly publication.
Yes.
Incredible incredible publication. Skip Hollandsworth, particularly, we would like to thank.
Love him.
Is an incredible writer who he lets us regurgitate his stuff and then go, hey, did you hear Skip Hollandsworth really research this story? It's great.
Well, it's funny that you say that because this story that I'm going to tell tonight, it was kind of forgotten. It was a really high-profile case here in Texas. It was kind of forgotten except for in the small town it took place in. But then a journalist named Pamela Koloff wrote a Texas Monthly story about it. You're not going to fucking believe that.
That's our Psychic Purple link tonight.
Yes. And that revived the case, but it's still not as well known. Maybe you guys know it. This is the kiss and kill murder from Odessa. Anyone from Odessa? Yes. So she wrote an article called A Kiss Before Dying. I remember the story from, late nights scrolling, and it's just wild and unexpected. So here we go. Do you know it?
I do not.
Okay. So the main source is the Texas Monthly article that I just said, and a memoir by the cousin of the victim, Shelton Williams, called Washed in Blood. Nope, called Washed in the Blood. And so
those are very different. Those are two very different things. As a person raised as a Catholic, those are two different ideas.
Is that a thing?
What's that?
Blood, washing and blood.
We love blood over in the Christian area. We talk about it a lot. It's very holy.
Gross.
Sometimes.
Okay, and the rest of the sources can be found in our show notes, but not right now because this is live.
In the future.
In the future of show notes. All right, so in 1961, Betty Williams is a 17-year-old high school senior at Odessa High School. It's about 300 miles away from here. It's the real place of the fictional place where Saturday Night Lights took place.
Oh, Friday Night Lights.
That's what I meant?
Yeah. Just a combination. Combination.
The sketch football show, Saturday Night Lights. You can tell how well I grew up with sports. I didn't. Jewish people don't do sports, so we didn't.
I'm at the 50-yard line. It's a really, really good show, though.
Yes, it is.
It's incredible.
Do you know I once saw her, what's her name? She's so cute. No, not Connie Britton. Minka Kelly. Vince and I were in Germany on vacation. We were waiting at an elevator at her hotel, and up comes Minka Kelly, looking so gorgeous, I couldn't believe it. And I was like, oh, she was with a boyfriend, and I was like, look at that meathead she's with. I was like, he must be her trainer. Like, good for her for getting a hot piece or whatever. And we look it up later, and he's the singer of Imagine Dragons.
Oh.
No. Yeah, singer of Imagine Dragons.
Oh.
I was like, good for her for getting this honk, whatever. I hope he worships at her feet. And he's the singer of the biggest band that's ever. So what do I know? Not sports.
No.
Not music.
No.
Podcasting.
Yep.
Not podcasting.
That's right. We just know this exact thing we're doing right now. Luckily, it's working out.
Right. Thank God. Okay, so it's about 300 miles west of here, and it's a pretty big town at this point, a booming population. There's local oil fields, so that fills the population. Mm-hmm. And there's money in the area because of that oil, but the stereotype is that most of the people with money live in nearby Midland. They don't stick in... Yeah. Richie Rich over here.
Are you really from Midland?
Congratulations.
Do you think for the rest of this show you would be our audience ambassador, and whenever we pronounce something wrong or do it wrong, everyone's going to yell all at the same time, but we don't know what anyone's saying?
Minka Kelly.
Yeah,
No.
So you can be the one that we're going to look at you and be like, hey, Midland, what's going on? And you can be like, they're saying Minka Kelly.
She's agreeing to it.
Okay, great.
Great. So the quote is that Midlands is where you raise your kids, Odessa is where you raise hell.
Hey!
And actually, a murderino named Rachel, I checked our emails, and she wrote in and said, Odessa is consistently voted as one of the most violent cities in Texas and the U.S. as a whole because of the rampant street races. I don't know why I pointed at you. Oh, shit, I wasn't supposed to tell anyone about you and your street racing.
I've been arrested for street racing and drag. What's the thing? Fading and dragging. Midland, what is it?
Furious, Fast and Furious?
Donuts.
Donuts.
Yeah.
Street race.
Sorry, what's your actual name? Christy?
Drifting. Her name's
drifting.
not drifting. Drifting.
Christy Drifter? That's insane. What a coincidence. It is drifting. That was what I was thinking
Yeah,
of.
that's
Thank
true.
you.
She passed the
She's
test.
good.
Yeah.
She is good.
That was a test.
Midland.
Okay, rampant street races, drunk driving, and then she wrote, drugs.
Oh.
In the 60s, it was similar. So that's where we are. Thank you to Rachel, the Murderino, for giving us a...
Is that you?
No.
Okay.
I think this was in like 2018 that she wrote this, so she might not be a listener anymore.
Yeah. We're still kind of churning through that Gmail. There's a lot of stuff in there. So
Right.
Please be patient.
That said, all things relative. And for Betty, Odessa is very square. She's kind of, it sounds like me growing up in the suburbs where it's like, oh no, I'm stuck in this place that I don't fit in at. I want to get out, but it's the 60s, so you kind of can't leave, right? They couldn't leave in the 60s, could they?
Right. Everyone is locked in.
Betty probably would have done really well in in Austin or a bigger, hipper town, but unfortunately she's struggling in Odessa. She's a big fan of the writing of Jack Kerouac and Allen Ginsberg. She loves Lenny Bruce's stand-up, and she frequently rails against segregation and calls out the racism she sees all around her, even though she's raised by a Baptist preacher. So she's just like rebellious in a small town.
And also a good person.
Yeah. Yes. She likes to go against the grain. When she's bored, she goes to the local diner wearing all black and white lipstick and not putting on a bra, which I think even today is like...
Oh my God.
Yeah. Right.
Doing it.
So Pamela Coliff describes Betty's appearance by saying she had, quote, sandy blonde hair that brushed her shoulders and big expressive blue eyes that could feign sincerity when talking to authority figures, but were alive with irreverence. So she was, sharp. Odessa is ruled, though, by football, shockingly. Football team. About 30 years later, as I said in the book Friday Night Lights.
Capital F.
Yes. It is that culture there even then. And so in the 60s, the popular girls are known around town as the Cashmere Girls. That's their nickname. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, because that sounds really fucking hot in Texas to be wearing cashmere everywhere. Maybe like a light silk.
Yeah.
The light silk gang.
The Cashmere Girls, a.k.a. the sweaty bitches.
That's right. That's right. And they even belong to little mini sororities within their high school, and they're rich and, of course, obedient when their parents are paying attention. They're conformists, unlike Betty. And her family does struggle financially, and her father is deeply religious, and he's constantly reminding Betty of all the ways that she, in his eyes, fails to measure up to his very rigid set of standards. So Betty does have friends, and she writes notes to them in classes, and but she's just kind of over it in her city.
It sounds like she's very alone,
right.
Or kind of alienated.
Right. And so she's cool, but she's still a teenager, and people know her, say that, well, she pretends to be above it all. She also deeply wants to be accepted, and she sees the world in that classic teenage way where they think that things have to happen immediately. All this is to say it's difficult for her. It sounds like nowadays she maybe would have gotten some mental health help, as we all need. But back then, and with religious parents, it's not going to happen. So she does start having sex around with the boys at school because she's bored. Did you just woohoo? I love you.
You can't.
You're right.
It's fun.
It's so fun.
She's not wrong.
She's not incorrect. Mm-mm. And so because of that, of course, she gets talked about a lot by the popular girls. She dreams of getting out of Odessa and becoming an actress, but she also can't imagine that and picture a realistic path forward. She's the oldest of four. Her family's poor, so she doesn't know where she get the money to leave or go to college. And so during the summer between Betty's junior and senior year, she winds up in a relationship with a boy named Mac Herring. And it's more like not really a real relationship. It's more real than she's had in the past. But it sounds like he just kind of isn't willing to make it public that he's dating her. He won't take her to parties, and he won't acknowledge that that she's his girlfriend. Give him his letter jacket is a thing, I guess.
Yeah, it
that
is.
happens with sports.
It does. Yeah, it does. So you're basically saying he's an asshole, right?
Yeah, it's not. ideal.
Okay.
And so Betty, at the end of the summer, maybe because she's feeling hurt, she hooks up with someone else, and Mac finds out and ends the relationship. And so this is a huge blow for Betty, and only gets worse when school starts. It's her senior year, and for one reason or another, she doesn't get cast in the school play. And like I said, she wanted to be an actress. It's like part of her personality. It's a really big deal to her.
Also, it's where the kids who don't belong other places
Right.
go. Theater department is like, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
If you're not a jock and you're not a cheerleader, right? Yeah, I can't. I have rehearsal. That's how we cope.
I wish I had known that. I'm also not a good actress, but I could still have been there, right? They would have accepted me.
You would have done great in there.
I could have built sets. I don't know. Is
That's
that a
right.
thing? Okay.
You love a black turtleneck. You would have been great.
So it sounds like this kind of just kind of brings her down in a way that it sounds like, as someone with depression, she gets really depressed. Things get worse at home, and her friends all say that things have gotten pretty bad. Her father, very religious, devout Baptist, but he takes it to the next level. He goes into her room and reads her diary and finds out about all the trice she's had. And it sounds like her father is at least verbally abusive, and her mother is passive about it. That's the most we kind of know about it. But by the winter, Betty is telling classmates that she wants to die. Today, of course, as I said, this would be taken seriously, you would hope, and she'd get some mental health help. But in 1961, everyone in the community just kind of chalks it up to Betty being dramatic. Betty,
of course.
Right.
Yeah.
She spends the next several months telling multiple classmates that she wants to end her life and asks them to help her to do so, which is such a cry for help. It's like not even...
Yeah. It's like you need the skills and the communication. So you're a teenager and there's another teenager telling you a really scary thing that, like, what do? You just laugh it off, you freak out, you don't know what to do.
Right. And so it sounds like no one actually believes that she's going to go through with her plan. And then on March 20th, 1961, Betty's at school and she runs into that summer ex. And she says to him, quote, "It's been nice knowing you." And when he asks her what she's talking about, she says she's going to talk Mac into killing her, is what she says. 2 days later, Betty gets a ride home from rehearsals for the school play, but she's not in, but it sounds like maybe she was a stage manager or doing sets or something, from a classmate named Ike. And she suggests he comes back a half an hour later and she'll sneak back out to meet him. And she tells this guy Ike that Mac has agreed to kill her. And Ike is like, there's no way she's serious, doesn't take it seriously. I think we have a photo of Mac and Betty, actually. That's them. I know, isn't she lovely?
She's gorgeous.
I know.
Also, like, it's always that thing where it's like when people tell you, and it feels like everyone that ever went to high school, it's just like, oh, I was miserable. It sucked in this way. Here's why I think I wasn't good. People didn't like me.
Yeah.
And then it's like, why wouldn't anyone not like you?
Right.
Like that kind of thing where you're just like, yes, that's a teenage dream couple right there.
Right. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I had the most fucked up bangs, and I plucked this eyebrow back to here.
Yeah.
I had a lot going against me. But I did have the theater.
You had the theater.
I did.
So she, at 10:30 that night, she sneaks out of her house, meets Ike, and then Mac drives up to where they are. And Ike is so sure that Betty had been joking about Mac killing her that he doesn't even stop her from getting out of the car and going with him. He says that Betty turns over her shoulder as she's leaving and says, quote, "I've got to call his bluff even if he kills me." So from Ike's perspective, it sounds like the scenario Betty is imagining is from one in which Mac doesn't actually go through with it. Who knows what was going through everyone's mind. But unfortunately, for the rest of the story, the only perspective we have and the only version we have is Mac's. And Betty's parents report her missing the next morning. I'm burping, excuse me. Wow, it's really terrible on stage to do that.
Look,
Embarrassing.
you'll work it out by the end of this tour. You'll never do it again.
I wasn't in theater class. I don't know how to silently burp.
Dude, just push it down and silently fart. It's not true.
I don't know how to do that either.
It's not true.
No, having a heat
I know.
splash. Can you tell?
Why is this so hard? It's so weird. We do it all the time, and we like doing it.
It's hard,
It's really intense.
especially when you're going through perimenopause.
Yeah, that's the difference. 6 years later,
Oh
this
my
time,
God.
menopause is upon us, ladies and gentlemen.
6 years ago, I was in my 30s still. Who is she? This feels so good.
Who was she? Do you want me to do that while you talk?
Please. Yeah, I want some. Thank you. Oh my! I'm wearing like velvet gown.
Yeah, you're wearing
like, what
like-
the fuck?
Polyester, like the hottest thing you could be wearing.
Spanx.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Okay. And we're back. So Betty's.
All of that would have been edited out of the regular podcast.
That's
so just like
right.
now we just have to do it in front
That
of
doesn't
you.
not. Oh, she's a fan.
Oh, do you want that
oh
fan?
Oh my God.
Yeah, we'll take the fan. Thank you. So nice.
You're an angel.
It's the fan from Moulin Rouge.
Thank you so much. But now you're gonna be sweating.
Yeah, you don't have a fan.
No, you're okay. She has a sweater on, so I think she's okay.
Yeah. Take
Thank
that.
you. Oh my God, that was just
That's great.
awesome.
What a look, too.
Do I?
I mean,
Is it working?
this
Wait.
look is coming
Hold on.
together. Snap it out. Slay. Slay, girl.
Slay.
Slay, bitch.
You good? Okay. Woo. All right.
And death drop right in the front of this. Come on.
Okay. The drag-alongs are angry.
They're like, what is this
What
fucking
is
thing?
happening?
We don't get it.
People over 40 should not be on stage. Why is this happening?
We're here to fight for the sweaty bitches. That's
right. You know Texas.
all. Austin gets it.
So, okay. Back into the shit. They report her missing, and the police quickly pull out her classmates for questioning, including some that tell them that the last time they saw her, she was getting into Mac's car, and that things were not going well with her. And police question Mac. He claims that he picked Betty up, like Ike said, but that he dropped her back off at her house at midnight without waiting to see if she got in, which we know you guys don't fucking do in Texas, right? Like,
Very rude.
right. This obviously is suspicious to investigators for that very reason. And she had snuck out of her house, so she was wearing like pajamas and like a duster robe. And so, and they're skeptical that he would leave a girl standing on her porch in her pajamas. And they're also skeptical that she would have gone back through the front door. Because when you sneak out, you have to sneak back in usually.
Hopefully through a window.
Hopefully there's a window that's not too high.
Yeah.
The window I used to have to sneak in and out of, I think back to now, I could have broken my fucking neck. Like, it's insane.
How was it? Second story?
Second story, and then you had to leap to a landing.
What?
That was like over the shed, so probably wasn't very sturdy to begin with. I could have fallen right through it. And then you had to leap back into the door, or into the window.
All that on drugs.
And yeah.
We all do a lot of things, and we all have, and it's fine.
It's really fun. And then you get a podcast out of
Yeah,
it.
that's right. If you do enough of those things, you get a podcast.
So she had to sneak back in, so probably didn't go to the front door. And after a 45-minute interrogation, the whole story comes out. He says that Betty had been begging him, like others at school, to kill her. And he said he finally agreed to it, and that this is his story, selected a 12-gauge shotgun, and that he did it. He admits it in 1961. Like, what the fuck?
What? I mean...
He brings police to the land that his father uses for hunting, about 25 miles out, and there he leads them to a pond, and police see that there's blood on the ground, and they ask him to retrieve her body. He takes off his leather jacket and all his clothes, goes into the water, and pulls her body to shore.
Oh my God. Okay.
I know.
Because the idea, we have to entertain this idea too. The Mac has been pulled into this idea. So
we don't want to. Yeah.
But there is a horrible consideration that this is a person who is trying to just give a person what they want because they are begging for it. Like it's a crazy consideration, but what a horrible situation that would be.
Right. And like you'd hope the first thing they do is like go get help.
Do something. Tell one other person.
Right.
Yeah.
He said that it's just awful. She chose the spot. She was like into it. She gave him a kiss, and then he shot her. One of Betty's close friends said that it was always abundantly clear that Betty truly didn't want to die and that Betty was bluffing, trying to get Mac to tell her that she was loved and wanted by him. This friend says, quote, "I always believed Mac's script was, I'll teach her a lesson. She'll be so scared at how close we came to doing this, she will grow up and stop the dramatics. And that she thinks Betty's thought was, when Mac sees how miserable I am and how much I love him, he'll realize that we should be together." So just teenage decisions.
Horrifying, every direction. Yeah.
So something terribly flawed led him to step over the line and shoot. And so at that point, a highway patrolman who was present at the scene says, quote, "It didn't move him when he pulled her body out of the water or when he said that he'd put a shotgun to her head. It was as cold-blooded and premeditated as it could be." So
the authorities think that he did do it, like wanted to do it.
It sounds like they didn't see any remorse and didn't show any fear or regret, is what they think. Mac is charged with Betty's murder, but it sounds like he gets out on parole in the beginning because he goes back to school and around town, and he doesn't experience any negative impacts to his social standing. He still goes to parties. Remember, he was like, football player, popular. He goes to parties. He still dates girls, still date him. And the attitude around town by everyone, except for Betty's close friends, is that she tricked Mac into killing her. So they have sympathy for him. And her friends don't believe it at all. And, maybe, who knows, but in 1961, the mentality was so different, of course. And just as Betty was never offered any kind of resources when she was asking classmates to kill her, no mental health resources were offered to the students at Odessa High School in the aftermath of her murder. Mac is charged, and his case goes to trial a year later in February of his senior year of high school. At the time, this is without a doubt the biggest crime story in Texas in decades. The press gives it the name Kiss and Kill Murder. And it's a huge pool of jury selection. So there's like hundreds of teenagers showing up to the trial to watch it, and just people are obsessed with it. Most people expect Mac to be convicted because he admitted to shooting Betty. And what winds up happening is that his lawyers mount a temporary insanity defense. And he takes the stand saying he deeply regrets his actions, but in the moment he was convinced he was doing the right thing. And in the end, after 11 hours of deliberation, the jury finds Mac not guilty. The prosecutor tries to appeal the decision, but the verdict is upheld, and Mac goes on to live a very normal life, remaining in Odessa, and dies at the age of 75 in 2019. I know. Like, what?
I mean, this is an insane story. I've never heard this, and I mean,
it's just like, imagine being on that jury. Like, how do you make any decision?
If you read this story in the news, like if I did, I would absolutely go to that courthouse because I'd be like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like, how are they even arguing?
Right.
What are the details of this and how are they arguing it?
Right. Yeah. So as I said, Betty's cousin, Shelton, wrote the memoir. While he was writing in 2001, he visits Odessa High School, and by that point, a lot of Betty's story had been lost to time, and the students don't really know the details, but Betty's ghost is like a big deal at Odessa High School. Like there's tales of it everywhere. So some believe that if you drive up to the site of the school auditorium and blink your lights, she'll appear. And they talk about her being in the auditorium where the theater was. That's like where she remains because she wanted to be, so you can see her ghost there. Others think you can see her in the sports field. And a teacher says, quote, "There's even a propriety dispute between athletics and theater about whose ghost she is." He says, I know.
Okay, that's okay. That shouldn't be going on. Let's settle that dispute and just say it's everybody's fucking ghost. What are you doing?
And I mean, there could be more than one ghost, right?
I mean, she belongs to everyone.
Yeah. Well, this person said that I can settle that one. She belongs to the theater.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of sweet that they like claimed
Yeah,
her.
you're
you
right.
know?
Yeah.
Maybe. And Rachel, the murderino, who doesn't listen anymore, said, quote, I graduated from Odessa High School. Betty is a fixture in the culture of the school where kids go on Betty hunts late at night in or around campus where they hope to see her in the windows of the auditorium, peering out over the school. Theater productions tend to ask for Betty's blessing so everything goes smoothly as well before their new play. So she's remembered. And theater students say sometimes doors close mysteriously or furniture moves mysteriously, stage lights like blink on and off if you say the name Betty. Sometimes you hear unaccounted for footsteps crossing the stage, and her presence is always talked about fondly. At Odessa High School, Betty is now beloved. And that is the story of the kiss and kill murder.
Wow. Wow. So heavy.
Thank you. Thank
Incredible.
you.
Incredible.
Wild.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace.
Every successful small business starts with someone saying, I wonder if people would actually buy this.
Squarespace gives you everything you need to find out.
From consultations to events and experiences, you can showcase your skills with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business.
With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a beautiful, professional online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business.
Get paid on time with professional invoices and online payments. Plus, streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools.
Head to squarespace.com/murder for a free trial.
And when you're ready to launch, use offer code MURDER to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Goodbye.
Buying clothes is easy. That's why everyone's always doing it.
But finding clothes you actually want to wear is the hard part.
Get all your favorite elevated essentials at Quince.
Quince specializes in effortless, high-quality essentials like ultra-soft organic cotton and premium Mongolian cashmere sweaters. They're beautifully tailored and built to last. And it's not just apparel. Quince also brings that same everyday elevation to everything they offer, from hotel-quality bedding and bath to kitchen staples, essentials, and thoughtfully designed furniture.
They work directly with ethical factories, so you're paying for quality, not brand markup.
It's so true that they have wonderful items that aren't just clothes. I have like 3 of their 100% mulberry silk pillowcases. I've bought throws from there. I've bought bedding from there. And it is just as great quality as their clothes and super affordable.
Upgrade your everyday.
Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/MFM. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
Now available in Canada and the UK too.
QUINCE.com/MFM.
Goodbye.
The right piece of furniture can completely change your room.
And your life. It's amazing what one good couch can do for morale.
And that's why there's Article.
Article makes it effortless to create a stylish, long-lasting home at an unbeatable price.
They take great care in curating their collection, focusing on pieces that stand the test of time. There's no filler. Every item is chosen for its craftsmanship, design, and lasting value.
And with Article's 30-day satisfaction guarantee, you can shop with confidence, knowing that if you're not completely in love with your new furniture, you can easily return it.
I recently needed to replace my old outdoor dining room table and chairs, so of course I went straight to Article. They have the Sarik outdoor dining set. I got it in khaki green. It's such a cute, like minty green. It looks so good in my backyard. I can't wait to have alfresco dinners all summer. You know, we can carve pumpkins on it in fall. It's so beautiful. Article knocked it out of the park once again.
Article's offering our listeners $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
To claim, visit article.com/murder, and the discount will be automatically applied at checkout.
That's article.com/murder for $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
Goodbye. Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales event and get away with a deal so right it almost feels wrong.
Right now, you can get great deals on Hyundai's most popular models, from hybrids to EVs and more.
Score on the adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Kona, Tucson, Santa Fe, or Palisade, or the bold and tech-inspired Elantra.
And the most advanced and capable Sonata or Sonata Hybrid yet. Or go all-electric with the Ioniq 5 or Ioniq 9.
But getting away with a great deal is just the beginning, because every new Hyundai is backed by America's best warranty.
Which means you can shop with confidence and drive with unrivaled peace of mind.
So get down to your local Hyundai dealer and get away with a deal you'll truly love, but don't wait.
The Hyundai Getaway Sales event won't be around for long.
Visit HyundaiUSA.com now for details.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'm going to take a left turn now.
Please. Why don't I just talked into the fan and not the microphone?
You got to take those theater classes, I swear to God. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you a story that's very different, and it kind of is about, I think the simplest way to boil it down is like nerds for Texas nerds. Right? Okay, so it starts in 1979 when a 27-year-old rare books dealer in Austin named Tom Taylor gets what he thinks is this golden opportunity, a chance to buy a valuable document at a very low price, a copy of the Texas Declaration of Independence.
Huh, you guys have your own?
Yeah. These are a very independent group of people.
Oh.
Yeah, and they like things big. Okay. So for anyone who isn't from the state or who might need a refresher as to why Texas has its own Declaration of Independence, that's me.
Oh, yeah, Karen, the scholar. You're going to tell us. Tell us everything.
Yeah. Guess what?
Okay.
That's because Texas used to be a part of Mexico until it declared independence in 1836.
You got it.
Which was the same year that the Declaration of Independence was published. And it was the state was an independent republic for nearly 10 years after breaking away from Mexico before joining the United States in... Good job, nerd! Yes, Texas
She's
nerds
been waiting
represent.
her whole fucking life for
She
that.
knew. She knew we were
Did
going to
it.
ask. That was incredible.
Did it. Oh, wait, it really is Moulin Rouge.
It is.
I thought she was making it up. Like, oh, it's red. It's Moulin Rouge. It's
No,
fucking cool.
just reading like I always do. And then the next thing I wrote was history lesson over. So the seller who approaches Tom to sell this is asking for $11,000 for his copy of the Texas Declaration of Independence, which would be around, give it a whirl.
What year were we? 70?
It's 79.
79, 11,000 is going to be 68,000.
50.
Oh, by the way, we're retiring this tour. We decided because we just
Georgia keeps saying that. I refuse.
I just hate it. It's never.
We're never right.
It's disappointing every time.
That's kind of why I love it.
Okay, that's fine. That sounds like the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
that's us.
Which is disappointing, but we love it.
Disappointing. We're never really right, but we love it. So while Tom's specialty is actually English literature, he knows enough about the rare items business that he's willing to bet that he can resell this copy for a way higher price, and so he buys it. And then he gets wind that there's a group of men who have raised enough money to buy a copy of the United States Declaration of Independence. You've heard of that, the Nicolas Cage one. Because they want to display it in Dallas. So Tom talks these men into buying his copy of the Texas Declaration of Independence to get the same frame and go right next to it.
Yeah, twins.
Twinsies. They agree on the price of $20,000.
All right, that's a profit.
And which in today's money might be
$68,000.
You don't do the same
Oh,
one.
because it was it's $82,000.
90. Damn it. Very close. Okay, but first, obviously, these men want to check the Texas Declaration of Independence's authenticity.
Sure.
So they compare Tom's version of it. I say Texas Declaration of Independence in this story about 100 times.
Let's call it the TD.
The TDI. TDI.
There you go.
That sounds like one of those technical colleges you go to. There's commercials for them. I went to TDI, and now I have a job. So they compare Tom's TDI against the copies that are held right here in Austin at the University of Texas.
Okay, so there's legit. Hey! Oh my God. So there's a legit one, then they could be hold them up next to each other.
Yes, exactly.
There
was the original, and then they made copies.
Got it.
I'll go into that later, but if I guess the amount of copies and the details, I'll be wrong. She'll be right, but I'll be wrong. Okay, so the only difference that they can find when they compare it is that the text on Tom's copy looks a little bit blurry compared to the rest. But when the original documents were printed back in No, 1836 is when they were printed. It's when they were printed. They printed 1,000 total. The printers, is she arguing? She's like, that's actually incorrect, and I wish you wouldn't continue with the story until you get it right. The printers that made them had to issue a public apology for inconsistencies in quality because the original printers, they had to print those amid actual battles with Mexican troops. So that sometimes they were in the dark, they were like setting up and breaking down the printing presses.
You can't take a break?
No.
Like a couple months off or something? No.
From war?
No, from
they don't
printing.
let you. They just won't let you. So they had to move them from place to place. And so actually the blurry text kind of makes it seem like they're legit.
Yeah.
And so these men pay Tom $20,000.
Great.
And not long after, Tom gets a chance to buy yet another copy of the Texas Declaration of Independence, this time for $15,000. And now this feels extremely lucky because that first sale went so well. So Tom jumps on this sale too, and he winds up reselling this copy for $30,000.
99,000.
$135,000.
See, it's never satisfying.
It's not satisfying.
Never satisfying.
It's kind of just irritating. Then lo and behold, Tom finds out about a third opportunity.
No, I think we're all on to him.
Yeah. So this one, it's for 30. He resells it for 33. We don't have to worry about what happens in today's money. But this is when Tom starts to question his luck. There were only 1,000 copies of the original printed. Before 1970, there were only 5 known original copies left.
Okay.
And so he's like, I run across 3 of the 5. That's insane. So he starts to worry if what he has bought and sold are fake. And if so, who is making them? And this is the story of Tom Taylor's investigation into the Texana artifacts.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes or no? He should have just walked away and, wiped
like,
his hands of it and enjoyed.
They bought it. Not my problem. He just never thinks about it again. But that's the thing. He's a good guy. Okay, so the sources for this story that we used are an article from the Great Texas Monthly entitled "Forgery, Texas Style" by a writer named Gregory Curtis. And then an article from the New York Times called Lone Star Fakes by Lisa Belkin, and an article from the Antiques Roadshow subpage on their website called Who Faked the Texas Independent Documents by Sarah K. Elliott. You know when Antiques Roadshow's getting in on this shit, it is serious.
Yeah.
And the rest are in our future show notes that don't exist right now. So we're going to talk now about what I said there, which is Texana, the Texana artifacts. So Texana is, I've never heard of it. It's basically anything reminiscent of the culture of Texas. So like the delicious Tex-Mex cuisine I've been eating, or honky tonks, or your cowboy boots, or
chicken shit bingo.
Chicken shit bingo in the afternoon.
You don't know how sad we were when we found out it's Sundays only. I know.
That was one of the best days of our life, being at Chicken Chick Bingo.
Yeah.
It was epic.
I don't think anyone knows what we're talking about. You do.
Yeah, they do.
You guys have chicken shit bingo in fucking Austin.
So
and
awesome.
We're jealous.
One of these other things that I wanted to name is Willie Nelson getting stoned, but it's too late now.
Sorry.
It's okay. We needed to have a chicken shit bingo moment. Either way, this is basically a catch-all for historic artifacts or collectibles like old maps, personal items owned by Texas's forefathers. So for decades following the formation of modern Texas, there isn't much interest in these kinds of items from collectors or rare items dealers as a whole. So even very important artifacts like the Texas Declaration of Independence are not considered particularly valuable. The first notable Texana collector is a New Jersey oil businessman and a history buff named Thomas Streeter. So he takes a lot of business trips out to Texas in the 20s and 30s, and he buys a bunch of books and artifacts. And he is actually credited with gathering the first significant collection collection of Texana in the world. But in 1957, when Streeter offers to sell his entire collection to the University of Texas, interest in Texana is so low, they don't want it. No thanks. We're not interested in our own history or anything that's been going on here.
Oh, man.
So he winds up selling everything to Yale. Boo. Even the Texas state government doesn't care much about the historical documents in their possession, land grants, meeting minutes, even the original manuscript of the famous Texas Revolutionary era victory or death letter that William B. Travis wrote, which is the namesake of the county that we're in right now. Those are all put on display without any security measures. And in the 60s, countless historical artifacts are stolen from public institutions.
Oh, it's like going into a diner and like taking the salt and pepper shaker and like, yoink, I'll take that.
But it's the Texas Declaration of motherfucking Independence. No one cares. They're just gone. People are like, I thought we had that thing up here. And actually, could we take a look? Because we can see what it would have looked like. Yep.
Oh.
It's just like, who stole my big thing?
I could have sworn this wasn't an empty frame yesterday. But I guess.
You just replace it with any old other newspaper front page or something. You're just like, unless you've got your readers on, you have no idea. So, but then Texas's economic boom and the growth of urban sprawl, I don't know if you heard about this, but Texas got super rich on oil a little after this. So these old traditional rural ways of life start disappearing across the state, right? Mm-hmm. And as they do, the older generations start to pass away, and there's this new sense of nostalgia for the old way of Texas living. And people get more interested in finding and collecting Texana, and the value of these items start going up and up. And as they do, rare items dealers in the state start prioritizing Texana. It becomes more and more profitable heading into the 70s. Now there's a security guard standing in front of that framed piece of paper. So in 1986, a few years after Tom Taylor's first declaration score, his suspicions are confirmed. And so can we take a look at Tom Taylor? This is him in 2021. There he is. Yeah. He likes books.
So honest.
History. He loves the past.
And he's honest. He doesn't take the money and run.
But he also, based on that shirt, parties hardy.
Totally.
He's like, make no mistake, I will be at Chicken Shit Bingo this Sunday. Meet me there. Okay. But this is 1986.
Okay.
So this is the year that Tom learns a friend and fellow printer was asked to authenticate yet another original copy of the TDI. And it had recently come up on the rare items market. And so his friend started comparing the copy against one housed at the University of Texas, and at first glance, they seemed identical, but then he spotted a crucial difference. The text on his copy seemed much narrower than the original. So Tom's friend, like any good printer, knows that ink doesn't shrink over time, especially when it has lead in it, which is what they used back then in the 1830s. So the only explanation was that this document he was authenticating was printed way after, and it was a fake. So now Tom decides he's going to devote his time to becoming the go-to guy when it comes to authenticating the Texas Declaration of Independence, which is quite a pastime.
I mean, you're at a party and you ask someone what they do and they say that. How do you respond?
And it's like, have you watched Real Housewives? It's also good. So he hunts down the 20-ish known copies, the ones that are on display and also in private collections, and he forensically analyzes them, and he discovers there are actually 10, not 5, as previously thought, that are genuine copies of the TDI, which means about half of them are fakes. So including 2 copies that Tom bought and sold himself. So he's a part of it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But he didn't like that.
No.
Not our boy Tom.
Don't make me a criminal.
No.
For sure.
But they're really good fakes. So the people in the institutions that have been duped by these fakes include several universities here in Texas and beyond, the Dallas Public Library, and even the private collection of former Governor Bill Clements.
What?
Got some Clements heads in the house tonight? Yeah! So Tom starts finding very subtle tells in these fakes, like inaccuracies in text dimensions, stay with me, use of inks and fonts that don't exist back then.
Someone did copy paste and like shrunk the font.
Yep.
Come on, guys.
Come on. It just says Yahoo at the bottom. And there's even small typos in the fakes.
No.
Yeah. So by looking through sales records, Tom's able to trace these fakes back to these 3 dealers who were very active in the 70s. I'm going to introduce you now to these 3 rare antiquities Texana dealers, starting with a man named John Jenkins. So we take a look at John Jenkins.
Oh, he got a lot of chips in front of him.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a fucking time and place.
That's like,
Look at that cigarette and those nails.
yeah.
Over that lady over there.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
She's
That's
like,
me.
she's raise. You got it. You got a good hand. Raise.
You got to raise.
You should raise.
All right.
Stay.
Stay.
Who's winning this? Chips?
Yeah.
Okay. John Jenkins grew up in Beaumont, Texas, and it's great, right? So awesome. All the chips and hats. He takes an early interest in rare objects. He, as a kid, makes money selling rare coins. And then when he graduates from UT, he starts his own business selling rare coins and books and historical documents. But he's also a big Texas personality. He is fond of Stetsons, as we saw, alligator skin cowboy boots, like you like, and even mink coats, like I like. What? He wears mink coats.
Oh shit! Yeah, I didn't put that together.
Yeah, put that whole look together of the alligator boots and a mink coat, nice Stetson.
Oh my God!
Probably a nice one of those brown cigarettes that's real long.
Yeah.
And some barbecue. He sits behind a massive desk in an equally massive mahogany chair decorated with snake and dragon carvings. And he spends his off hours, as we saw in the photo, gambling in Vegas under the fake name Austin Squatty.
Does that mean something? We don't know.
Perhaps.
Okay.
No.
No.
They say no.
Squatty. Okay.
Austin Squatty. I'm going to check into hotels with that name from now on. You'll never find me. He's a high roller, regularly winning and losing enormous amounts of money at the tables. So another dealer is named William Simpson. He's far less eccentric, but equally successful at selling his collectibles. He opens his shop in Houston in 1964, and he sells things. Houston. He sells.
What?
That's it. Am I wrong, or did that sound like a boo and a yay at the same time? So whose side are we on? Houston.
Nobody. We're neutral. We're neutral.
We love everybody equally. He sells things like crystals, linens, and furniture, but as Texana becomes more popular, he jumps on that bandwagon, and he starts holding auctions that are packed and profitable. Half the time, people are buying from rarities dealers like Jenkins and Simpson, but they aren't collectors or enthusiasts. They're usually other rarities dealers who want to get something for less and then turn it around and sell it for a bigger profit.
Yeah.
That's how popular it has become.
Sure.
And that's what Tom Taylor was doing. And this makes for a highly competitive industry full of gossip and clickiness and enemies and frenemies, just like the Real Housewives. Having a good eye and good taste is one thing, but without the right people skills, a dealer could be dismissed as kind of a joke. And that's exactly how both Jenkins and Simpson come to view the man linked to all the dupes Tom Taylor keeps finding. And that man's name is C. Dorman David. And I think we have a picture of him.
God, he looks like your new stepdad. You know what I mean? Kids, I met a man, and I want you to meet your new stepdad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. There's a bit of, he's like, I'm going to stop dyeing my hair, but I'm not going to stop dyeing my eyebrows. that vibe. Yeah.
It's a look.
There's an amazing picture of him that I think Molly didn't clear, like we couldn't clear it,
Yeah.
but it's black and white. And he's kind of like this. It looks like he wrote a book about Carl Jung or something. So he's kind of like this, and he's got a turtleneck and a blazer on, and he's like over to the side. And that's the last picture I saw, so I forgot this was the picture. This has a true AI quality where it's like...
Yeah.
But anyway.
There he is.
So he was born in 1937 in Houston to very, very wealthy parents. He grows up, he's a tall, imposing man. He has a reputation as both a womanizer. He ends up having, yes, applaud for the womanizer. Absolutely, because you know why? He has 7 wives over the span of his life.
Wait, seriously?
Yes.
I wasn't wrong. Stepdad.
Yes.
Yeah.
They just keep having to go, here's your new stepdad,
Yeah.
roll it through.
He keeps taking me to the tracks when he tells Mom we're actually going to the mall. He takes me to the tracks to bet on horses.
That's
or
right.
something, you know?
He keeps asking me to pluck his eyebrows for him. It's cheap and wrong. Obviously, he's incredibly, charismatic and charming man because he marries and divorces 7 women. So
Yeah, you got to do it for at least a minute.
yeah, high five. Okay. But he also has a reputation of being a real wild card. There's a story that everyone tells about David wanting to go buy cigarettes, and he drives his car through the front of the store. Like,
What the fuck?
yeah, he's just like, I can't bother to park. I got to get in there.
Just go all the way, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want those cigarettes.
Make those people clean it up. So he's also known for his rich knowledge of Texas history and his great eye for artifacts. When he's in his 20s, he starts traveling through Texas, through the South, then into Mexico, aggressively collecting Texana and other rare items. And by the mid-60s, he opens a shop in Houston called The Bookman.
No.
Liar, you're lying. It's a beautiful store filled with an impressive collection, but it actually looks so ostentatious that it intimidates customers and people don't go there.
What?
It's like too fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the store doesn't make much money, but David's rich. He's a rich Nepo baby, so he doesn't care, and he just keeps running that business.
And marrying those women.
Yep. He's like, well, if no one comes in and buys something today, I'm going to have to get a divorce and remarry someone else.
That's it.
Yeah, I have to. It does bother him, though, that his fellow dealers, John Jenkins and William Simpson, keep besting him in the deals that they're making, especially Jenkins. They trade with each other often, and because David has the better eye, he actually finds and gets the most valuable items first in his collection. But then Jenkins is such a masterful negotiator, he always seems to successfully lowball David, who is a little bit gullible. So David's all about this is the real deal and the legit thing, and I paid this much money for it. And then Jenkins is like, waits until no one else makes an offer, and he's like, fine, I'll give you half. And that keeps happening. So what starts out as a strong, working friendship sours, and these men become enemies. But even beyond Jenkins, it's really the dealing community at large that David has a problem with. He has a well-known habit of overspending. This is what I just said. So it's like he basically outprices himself.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Because
right?
he's like, I'll pay any price for that old pair of Willie Nelson boots or whatever. People are like, no, sir. So all the while, David's wild card reputation remains, and rumors begin to swirl that he's hawking stolen goods at auction. People suspect he's behind the bulk of the Texana artifacts that are going missing from Texas libraries and museums.
Oh, he's the one guy just swooping in and yoink.
He's like, I got a library card, but you know what I'm going to do with it? Not looking at microfiche, motherfuckers. I'm doing something else. Of course, David denies this, but in a kind of wink way to people. He titles one of his, so they guess the sellers make catalogs of the stuff that they have that people can buy. And he titles one of his catalogs, quote, "The Bookman offers for sale Texas books from a recent robbery."
Bro.
He's just like, he's funny, he's charming, he's divorced, he's married, he's divorced. He's doing it all.
He's got to play it cool, though.
No, because on the next catalog, he puts a mocked-up wanted poster with his own face on it.
It's like, don't do the hard work for the authorities. You know what I mean? Like, make them find you.
I think he's like so rich, he's just bored, where he's just like, come on, everybody. So around the same time, he's honing his forgery skills. There's really no one more suited to create fakes than him because he deals with old artifacts for a living. He has all this raw material and the money to buy it and to like cut it up. So he like cuts end papers out of his own antique books to use as the base for his dupes. He perfects his calligraphy. He's so rich, he can perfect his calligraphy. He even hires a trusted lithographer to enlarge negatives of genuine documents so he can study every detail, and then he prints versions of them himself using ink he makes out of candle smoke and linseed oil.
It's fucking impressive as shit,
It
but
is.
do something good.
Right.
You know?
Take those skills, Richie Rich, and do something good with them.
Yeah.
No, he says no. But in May in 1971, on his way to a show around 3,000... On his way to show around 3,000 documents to a potential buyer in Waco, David gets stopped by a Texas Ranger and a Texas State Archivist.
What?
Yeah.
They can can pull you over?
Down here, they've set up a program where archivists drive around with Texas Rangers. Yeah. They've been doing it for years.
I'm baffled.
So these guys go after him. They accuse him of stealing the documents he has from the state archives. So that's the archivist is like, hey, I saw you leave the back room. And he went and got himself a ranger, and then they pulled him over.
Okay.
When they look through the documents that he's carrying, they find a few that they believe are stolen, and without any proof, they confiscate the documents. So word gets around about this, and David's already kind of rocky reputation driving into the cigarette store, takes a
marrying everybody. Fucking Jesus. Yeah.
He's like, my wife made me do it. As does David's mental health. So he falls into a deep depression, and he's already what Marin quoted as, he's already a lover of drugs.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
A lover. I have a different name for that.
A lover of drugs. Is that what you called yourself when you were doing the drugs?
Yeah. I'm not an addict. I'm a lover of drugs.
It's more of a passion of mine, you know. So when he's in this very low state, he decides the thing that I've told all of you time and again not to do. He decides to try heroin. What the fuck? No,
it's true.
Never heroin. Whatever else you want.
Yeah.
I don't care. Fall into a K-hole over and over again. We don't do heroin. We never do heroin. Okay, that's the rule. Thank you. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the heroin support. There's one angry heroin dealer in the back like, thanks a lot. What about my business? I'll find my place, and then you'll be sorry. So in the summer of 1971, 2 men are arrested in connection with the library and museum thefts that have been targeting Texana goods, and they waste no time in implicating David as the mastermind. He really does look like a mastermind.
He totally looks like a mastermind.
He has mastermind eyebrows. This pretty much confirms those rumors that he was selling stolen items at auctions, but more than a year passes, he isn't charged with anything. It's weird. That happens to rich people all the time. Anyways, meanwhile, his life is unraveling. He is entirely caught up in this horrible addiction. He is doubling down on his forgeries. On the few occasions where he manages to show up for business meetings, he is basically very overt about the fact that he makes fakes. He loses all credibility, his customers abandon him, and he ultimately sells the entirety of his rare Texana goods to none other than his enemy, John Jenkins. Enemies, John Jenkins and William Simpson, and then he unceremoniously retires, and then the year after, in June of 1972, he gets arrested on drug charges.
Okay.
He's not in custody for long, though, because he is rich. So, but no, that actually isn't true. It's because he jumps bond, and he lives on the lam for 7 fucking years.
7 years?
For 7 years.
Damn.
Yeah. Maybe that was a on the lam picture.
Yeah. I feel like you could do that back then a lot easier than these days.
Then today.
Let's try it. Let's go.
Here we go. Goodbye. Eventually, exhausted by life on the run, he turns himself into police. He hadn't been married in so long that he was like, come on. Got to get that hit. In Texas in 1980, he serves a year in prison. He gets out, and then he cleans his life up.
Okay.
So that's nice.
Yeah.
And let's hear it for cleaning your fucking life up. I mean,
it's a good thing.
it's tough to do. In 1980, the same year, he turns himself in on those drug charges. That's when Tom Taylor sells his first Texas Declaration of Independence. So that's kind of how these storylines kind of meld together. We're now back to that. So a few years later, Tom begins his deep investigation into the Texana dupes. And amid his ongoing investigative work, the two men, he and David, finally cross paths. Tom sets up a meeting at David's house. And by this point, Tom's unearthed 13 different fake historical Texas documents that have been forged over 50 times since 1970. And they're all traceable to Jenkins, Williams, and David. And poor Tom in his Hawaiian shirts, just like, I've got to fight for the justice of documents, good documents, not these goddamn dirty documents. This is beyond the Texas Declaration of Independence. For example, Tom digs up a document that David had sold as the authentic announcement of the founding of Houston, ostensibly from 1836, but it uses a typeface that did not exist at that time.
Oh, come on.
Sans serif? I don't fucking think so. But according to Tom, when he confronts David about these fakes, David just seems kind of confused. My biggest pet peeve when you're like, hey, you lied, and the person's like, I'm not sure what you were talking about.
Like when you have to, they just pretend that they don't even understand the accusation.
That's weird. I don't
What do you
know
mean?
what these words mean.
You want someone to be like, yeah, motherfucker. Like,
Yeah,
it's better.
I did. I fucking
Own it.
did. And then he pulls out the catalog with his wanted face.
Yeah, like,
It's
I
me.
told you.
Yes. He doesn't admit to any wrongdoing, but at this point, Tom doesn't need an admission from him. He can prove these items are fake with irrefutable evidence, and so he goes public with those findings. And then that story gets picked up by a New York Times reporter named Lisa Belkin in 1989. So she writes an article entitled Lone Star Fakes. And it dives into Tom's crusade to weed out forged documents, and it's especially significant because it's the first time C. Dorman David publicly admits to forgery. So in an interview with Belkin, the now 51-year-old David admits he's directly responsible for the two fake declarations that Tom Taylor sold, and he even explains how Tom's one genuine copy served as the template for his later dupes.
Do you think that makes that one copy even more valuable?
Yeah,
Maybe.
eventually it does.
Oh, I'm
Well, I
sorry.
mean-
Did I just...
No. I mean, but in that way, well, I'll just read it off this fucking page that I'm on forever. This is the kind of thing where, you really do wish you had your lines memorized. You're like, and then Tom went down to the library, but that's never going to happen. So what he would do is, he explains, he photographed the one genuine, he made a negative, he repaired any visible damage on the magnified copy, created a zinc plate from the negative, he printed fakes, and then the way he made that ink that I was saying before, he collected smoke in a paper bag and mixed the carbon that attached to the bag with various oils, like the linseed oil, and then the blank paper came from his edges from his old books.
I mean, that's already 10 times smarter than I am. Like, use that for something good.
He says no. No. He says, sorry, I have to go get some cigarettes. I'll be right back.
And another wife.
What's your point? Yeah. That's how he met his fifth wife.
Right. I couldn't do one of those steps. Ask me to do one of those steps. I'm going to
know.
go take a nap.
I'd literally be like, sorry, I was looking at my phone. What do you want me to do again? But in this interview, David keeps going. He also fesses up to Belkin about forging dozens of other documents. But he claims he meant to sell them as known fakes, not pass them off as genuine. Sure,
Oops,
Jan.
I forgot to stamp it with fake.
Yeah. The problem with that is that, of course, David didn't let the buyers know that they were counterfeit.
Sure.
So it wasn't like,
Oops.
get that real money, but you have counterfeit in your heart. So two of the biggest customers were Jenkins and Simpsons. It's Simpsons, sorry, not the TV show. And of course, because he did not like them, it's easy to believe that he targeted them for revenge. That's why he kind of pulled them in and made them believe that he had something on his hands.
Revenge. Because like, if he were that smart, I bet he could just forge money.
I mean,
right?
Why not
at that point?
Yeah, get your little tin type plate or whatever the thing I was that just like, get something going in your basement.
Nope, wants to fuck people over.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because I think it's like he loves the antiques and then he wanted to be like the big fish in this world.
Sure.
And the other two were like, sit down, dummy. And then he was like, I'll get you.
Right.
Then he's duping them when they think they're duping him.
Mm-hmm. And they act confused about it and pisses Karen off.
Real Housewives. I mean, I'll just keep saying it. We're done with that paragraph. In all the years since Tom Taylor's investigation first exposed these Texana forgeries, not one person has been prosecuted for them. Because there's just enough plausible deniability and not enough proof of criminal intent to bring charges. So the same year that New York Times article comes out, which is 1989, 49-year-old John Jenkins is found shot in the head near Bastrop.
What?
Yeah, someone tried to cheer for Bastrop while others were upset about a terrible...
It's very confusing to drag along.
This whole thing is confusing, and we apologize. It always has been. It was officially ruled a suicide, but at the time, Jenkins was being investigated for arson related to an insurance fraud scheme, and he'd also reportedly racked up around $1 million in gambling debts.
Shit.
I'm not even going to make you ask, but it was $1 million in 1989.
1.72.
I don't have it.
Oh, fuck. Then yes. Then by default.
Then you're right. You finally win.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, she did it. She did it.
I love that our researchers just give up halfway through. Like, I can't keep putting this in the calculator.
Forget it. If you're not going to say it, I'm not going to put it in.
Right.
So to this day, some people do believe that John Jenkins was murdered, either because of those debts that he had or because his big personality earned him some enemies.
Sure.
William Simpson, on the other hand, dies in 2001. The details are very fuzzy on his cause of death. He remained very low profile compared to everybody else in this story. And then in 2013, C. Dorman David dies in Houston at the age of 75. This is kind of an incredible, later life story. Mm-hmm. He spends the latter part of his life running a business that makes benches shaped like alligators.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't have a picture?
No. Fuck. Couldn't clear it. Too
I
precious.
don't even want to. I want to know. I want to see what's here.
Because you know what? I'll describe mine.
Okay.
My bench looks like Lyle the crocodile. It's not the same animal. Do not lecture me on that. What's yours look like?
Oh my God, I don't know. It's not comfortable at all. No. Whatever. Like, you can't take a nap on it, so it's useless to me.
Kind of low to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, spiky.
Yeah. Spiky.
It's real spiky. Why did I take my finger off this fucking page? Meanwhile, Tom Taylor, who is now in his 70s, remains a devoted bookseller and a master printer in Texas. And after his investigation into these fakes, he goes back and he finds the two clients who bought the dupes from him, and he reimburses them.
Are you crying?
Not really.
Oh my God.
That was acting. That was acting, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, that's very honorable.
Yeah, he's the good guy.
What if they're like, I didn't want you to tell me it was fake. It's fine living the rest of my life telling all my guests that this is what's real, and I don't want my $11,000 in 1980s money back.
Right. You know, that happened to me right when I got my house, when I moved into my house.
Oh, yeah.
My cousin is my real estate agent, Pete Castro in Los Angeles.
Hey.
If you ever need any help. I did it again.
You're doing it.
Fuck. I have a new weird nervous tick where I pinch the end of my nose like that. Very weird. Georgia pointed it out to me the other day, and I was like, wow, talk about not wanting to know something. It's like, I'm doing what? Hey.
You're just gonna like, because also you're gonna wipe all your makeup off the end of your nose only. Like that's what I wanted to warn you about. Is it's gonna look fucking weird when you just go red nose.
I'm going to look like that Lady Elaine from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's my goal in life. I was just going to tell you guys the story, and I may have said this on the podcast, but we do that all the time, so go with it. When I moved in my house, my cousin Pete, they went down, they had to get some official records, and they pulled some records and saw that one of the previous owners of the house was Charles Chaplin. And so when I had my housewarming party, he gave me a framed like this certificate that said that was the previous owner. So that was on my wall where I'm like, fucking take a look at this Hollywood legend. Like you kind of can understand why people get into this shit.
Sure.
Where it's just like, here's the certificate of authentication. And then this was right before COVID. Then we go into COVID. And then somewhere near the end of COVID, I finally meet my next door neighbor. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking to him about, hi, how are you? And the neighborhood and stuff. And then I go, oh, by the way, did you ever meet like the Chaplin family that lived here? And he goes, who, Chuck? No, they're not related. They're not related.
Chuck Chaplin?
Chuck Chaplin. I just had to go into my house and just like take this little frame thing down and just put it under the thing.
No,
yeah.
I think you should leave it still. It's an even better story now.
I fucking brought every person that walked through my front door over to that certificate. It was, what is it about that? We were just like, I don't know, me and Charlie Chaplin living in the same house. When will I learn?
So you get it. So you get this story and like how it can just bewitch you.
I will marry and divorce this story 7 times. I love it so much.
I will drive my car through this front window of this story.
I will smoke a cigarette out of the debris of this story. I love it so much. Tom also publishes a book called Tex Fake. We should all buy it, which is said to be the most thorough account of this entire forgery saga.
You'd hope so.
Because this version is not. So please read it if you're interested. It is unclear how many of C. Dorman David's fakes are still out there today, but when they were exposed back in the 90s, it was reported that many institutions didn't take them off their walls and instead put a little label underneath that said something like, this is a facsimile, which...
Yeah. I bet at least one person's grandma in this audience had a fake on accident, didn't know it, right? At least one.
Yeah. Honey, look at the Texas Declaration of Independence, and please.
Don't touch it.
Honey. Maybe that's what I should have done. I leave Charlie Chaplin up. This is a facsimile.
That's right. Of Charlie Chaplin.
Just a little tiny sign that says, Karen's a big liar. She can't stop. According to PBS's Antiques Roadshow, David's fake Texas Declarations of Independence are so notorious that they can be worth up to $1,000 today from buyers.
Look at that.
So that's what I meant before, where it's like they got their own little renown, kind of. What's up with my nose?
I don't know.
But if you can find yourself a genuine copy of the Texas Declaration of Independence, it could net you as much as $1 million. And that is the story of Tom Taylor's investigation into Texana fakes.
Nice.
We did it.
Good job.
Thank you.
Way to go.
Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get away with a deal so right, it almost feels wrong.
Right now, you can get great deals on Hyundai's most popular models, from hybrids to EVs and more.
Score on the adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Kona, Tucson, Santa Fe, or Palisade, or the bold and tech-inspired Elantra.
And the most advanced and capable Sonata or Sonata Hybrid yet. Or go all-electric with the Ioniq 5 or Ioniq 9.
But getting away with a great deal is just the beginning, because every new Hyundai is backed by America's Best Warranty.
Which means you can shop with confidence and drive with unrivaled peace of mind.
So get down to your local Hyundai dealer and get away with a deal you'll truly love, but don't wait.
The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event won't be around for long.
Visit HyundaiUSA.com now for details.
Goodbye. This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess.
At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
Goodbye. Grocery shopping seems like it should take 20 minutes.
And then 2 hours later, you're standing at the checkout with a frozen pizza and 6 different types of chips.
Lucky for you, there's Hungry Root.
Hungry Root is like having your own personal shopper and nutritionist all wrapped in one. They'll take care of the weekly grocery shopping and recommend groceries and meals tailored to you.
Once you tell them about your goals and preferences, they fill your cart with personalized recommendations. And those recommendations get smarter as Hungry Root learns more about what you did or didn't like.
Most of Hungry Root's recipes can be made in just 15 minutes or less. You can't get any easier than one pan shakshuka. I've always said that.
Yeah, I love the convenience and also the fact that I don't have to go park anywhere.
Thank God Hungry Root's around to help us shop and help us build really healthy and delicious meals.
For a limited time, get 40% off your first order, plus get a free item in every box for life.
Go to hungryroot.com/MFM and use code MFM.
That's hungryroot.com/MFM, code MFM to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. Goodbye. There's nothing better than just laying around.
Whether you're fully horizontal or at a slant, it cannot be beaten.
Unless, of course, you have a Lola blanket.
Lola is the world's #1 blanket, crafted with ultra-soft luxury vegan faux fur and a signature 4-way stretch that sets it apart.
Their products are machine washable and double hemmed for durability, and they stay flawless. No pilling, no shedding, even after repeated washes.
And there's more. Lola also makes weighted blankets, matching pillow sets, and super soft pet beds.
Lola is a great go-to gift. It's personal, beautiful, and something your loved ones can actually use every day.
For a limited time, our listeners can get 40% off select Lola Blankets products with code MFM at checkout.
Just head to lolablankets.com and use code MFM to get 40% off your order.
After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and let them know we sent you.
Wrap yourself in luxury with Lola Blankets.
Goodbye.
Do we have hometown time?
I think it's time to do a hometown.
There's Vince Averill, everyone.
Vince Averill.
It's time. Hey.
Thank you.
We got to give it up for this crowd tonight.
Yeah.
Because there was, in fact, a My Favorite Murder themed cocktail.
Oh.
And it was tequila based.
Uh-oh.
And I didn't get any reports of any vomit in the house tonight.
Good job, you guys.
Guys,
That's classy.
You didn't
Historically
see
not the case.
No.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
it does lead to vomit. But
Austin can drink.
this is our route. So I'm going to be right here,
Really?
confirming the lucidity of whoever you choose.
Thanks, Vince.
Oh, and we have a present.
Oh, yeah.
These were pitched to us by merch, and we love them.
Nicole in merch. Did you see her at the merch table?
Oh, it's her first time in Texas. Did you know that?
Are you serious?
Yeah, so give her a big old Texas hello when you see her. we have stress
hot dogs. They really work.
Yeah, let's say My Favorite Murder on them.
Yeah. Okay, so we
right.
talk
Oh,
really
yeah.
quickly,
Yeah,
and we know you know this, but we actually forgot the first couple of shows we did, so we'll just run it down. We're right now, George is going to randomly pick someone from the audience to tell their hometown story. And a hometown story drag along is basically either a crime that happened in your town that got you into true crime, or that you just would like to tell everybody that everybody might like to know. There's a couple rules. One of them is it should be a Texas story, hopefully an Austin story, whatever you can do. But please don't do what poor Katie did the other
my
night
God,
and
you
say,
guys.
I'm from Broward, Florida, and yet the entire fucking place booed her and she walked off stage. It was very painful.
First night back.
Very hilarious.
Yes.
She was a great sport. We got to talk to her about it later. Because I thought she was just supposed to come up and proclaim her hometown and leave, which I loved.
Yeah.
But she was like, no, I had a story. I just got nervous and left. And we're like, oh no.
Poor baby.
But at least now we talk about you. Okay, so try to make it, you should be local. That's what people like. Don't be so drunk that you can't tell your own story. Don't read off paper. Nobody wants that. It just should be casual and fun.
Beginning, middle, end.
Yeah. Tell it like a good story. You know how to tell a good story, Texas.
You guys are theater people.
Yeah. So does anybody have a hometown?
Does anyone have a hometown?
That we think would be good?
See. Do you know her? Or are you just pointing at her? Do you know her? Okay, come on up.
Do you know her?
Because a lot of times people will point at something, like the person next to them raises their hand. What's wrong? They're right in the middle of the...
Well, no, I just was like, oh, this is very unsafe in terms of fire. You have to go all the way down
don't
like
tell
that.
them that.
I don't like that. I'll talk to the theater later. She had to slide all the way down. Thanks, Vince. Hi. Laura?
My name is Laura.
Laura, everyone.
Hi, this is Laura.
Hi. Where are you from, Laura?
I have waited 9 years to tell you that I helped the Texas Rangers take down the polygamous sex cult at the YFZ Ranch in El Dorado, Texas.
Holy shit. Holy shit. And then she walks off stage. The end. Bye.
Oh my God.
What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm in publishing.
Oh, okay.
Just random.
Okay.
But, okay, so I actually practiced just in case I'm a little nervous.
Okay. We won't interrupt you anymore.
So-
well, maybe a couple times, but.
So I grew up profoundly Mormon, but I got better. Thank you. My great-great-great-grandfather was one of the first converts and was called to polygamy when he came to Salt Lake City. And a lot of my family is still polygamous, so I know these people. You did a story, episode 340. You did Erva LeBaron.
Yeah.
I used to work with his daughter.
Holy shit.
She escaped and she grew up chained around the neck in a goat pen. They're not good people.
No.
Okay.
So when I was in my 20s, I was living in Utah. I come back to Texas, I promise. I'm here. But I was married, and my husband got a job working with Merrill Jessup, who is Warren Jeff's right-hand man.
Okay.
And we got divorced shortly after. I divorced for very good reasons.
Good job.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. And he skedaddled, and I couldn't get child support. So I came back to Texas. I'm doing IT. I learned how to, this is in the 90s, so there's no real proper internet. But I find a chat room that all of those guys were talking about stuff. And I was hoping to find my ex. And I just started collecting all of the data. But I didn't know what to do with it, so I'm just hanging on to it. Then in the early 2000s, a show called Big Love starts.
Oh, yeah.
And I started to write reviews of it on LiveJournal.
I'll take that one. I'll take that one.
Yeah.
On LiveJournal, where I'm saying this is who this is really about.
Oh my God.
And these are the real people, and this is the real story. And I had this person that was constantly asking me questions. It turns out that was a person who worked for the Del Rio Texas Rangers. And I said,
what was their username? Like XX?
Well, I'll tell you at the VIP. Okay. I'll tell you. But long story short, I said, hey, do you want this information? They said, absolutely, we do. Meanwhile, one of the things that I had tracked and kept contact of, somebody had asked on a fucking chat board, does anybody have a blueprint for a potato burning shed that gets hot enough to destroy DNA evidence?
Oh, on a chat room.
And this is the 90s.
Yeah.
People they didn't know.
And then it said LOL.
Yeah. Right. So that was code. Potato was code. So they ended up finding things, but that's the next story. Then they
Wait,
messaged.
how many stories you're telling?
It's the same thing.
Oh,
It's the same thing.
got
Sure.
it. Got it.
So I got another message from the person at the Texas Rangers when they were going in. They had tanks that were lined up outside of this place in El Dorado, which is just by Midland. It's south of your story. and asked me if I'd ever been inside the temple and do I know the floor plan? And I said, no, I didn't, but I do know that Mormon temples always have a special room at the very top on the eastmost side called the Celestial Room. But most importantly, there's going to be an altar, so you know that that's the room, and there is a hidden panel on a wall because there's somebody that sits in it and records everything because Mormons track and record all of the data.
Whoa.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, you can.
Was this a phone call or like this was still typing?
We're live. We're like live DM.
Live journaling. And is your heart racing? Are you just like dry mouthed
Yes!
and going, yeah?
I'm like, finally, all of this geekery of recording shit is working. I'm so excited. So they didn't find the altar. There was a bed, because they're really bad people. And they did find the panel, and there was a guy in there trying to destroy the evidence off the computers. The particular ranger, his nickname was Marathon Man, yes, and he was also the canine guy. So he was just like, go for it, and dropped the leash. So they got that guy. So multiple people are in multiple life sentences, these guys. I will say a month after all of this happened, I got an email from that dispatch with a list of all known aliases. Every time a license had been run, the license plate had gone through anything for my ex. I got my child support. With interest.
Chills. Incredible.
Thank you.
And for all that work, you get a hot dog. Yes! Amazing job.
Wow.
Laura. Let's see. Give it up for Laura.
Thank you. Sure, yeah. Or whatever. Yeah, be careful,
Can we get together as a group and make sure she does save Laura? Oh my God.
Wow.
Perfection.
That was great.
Amazing.
That was it. That was so good.
That was it. They shut it down. There's nothing else to do after this.
Except eat barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
And marry 7 women. Oh, wait, no. She says no, don't do that.
No, don't do that.
We won't do that.
The lesson we learned is don't do that.
Thank you.
We love you. Thank you so much, Austin. This has been unbelievable.
We can't believe we're back on the road, and you guys have been so supportive and incredible and fun, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being with us for all these crazy fucking years with this stupid podcast. We love you so much.
We do.
Stay sexy.
And
thank you.
Elvis, do you want a cookie?
This has been an Exactly Right production.
our senior producers are Alejandra Keck and Molly Smith.
Our editor is Aristotle Acevedo.
This episode was mixed by Liana Scolacci.
Our researchers are Maren McGlashan and Allie Elkin.
Email your hometowns to myfavoritemurder@gmail.com.
Follow the show on Instagram at myfavoritemurder.
Listen to My Favorite Murder on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And now you can watch us on Exactly Right's YouTube page. While you're there, please like and subscribe. Goodbye.
In the summer, healthy habits are easy to keep until you leave the house.
You walk out the door, and the next thing you know, you're barefoot and feral in a gas station candy aisle.
That's why Kachava makes it easy to maintain your routines.
Kachava is an all-in-one nutrition shake, and now it comes in new travel packs.
Every packet gives you a simple shake with protein, fiber, vitamins and minerals, greens, probiotics, omegas, electrolytes, and more.
They're easy to toss into a bag, easy to take on the road, and a simple way to stick with your normal wellness habits, even when your schedule changes.
Man, that Kachava matcha in the individual packs is like my dream snack. It's exactly what I need and want in between the not great meals I'm eating for lunch and the snacks I would have had anyways that are terrible for me. This is something I feel like I'm treating myself when I take.
You're treating yourself to vitamins, fiber, all these things that your body really wants and needs and kind of craves that it does seem like it takes a big effort to get. So now you're getting it all in one packet and in a little drink you like.
Take your daily ritual with you.
Go to kachava.com and use code MFM for 15% off your first order.
That's Kachava, KACHAVA.com, code MFM.
Goodbye. Calling all amateur detectives and podcast obsessives.
Virgin Voyage's second true crime voyage sets sail March 20th, 2027 for a 5-night escape to Grand Turk and the beach club at Bimini.
As part of the On Air at Sea collection, this immersive sailing brings together fan favorite podcasts, including Disgraceland, Buried Bones, and Wisecrack, for live recordings, behind the scenes access, exclusive meet and greets, and crime themed programming that you won't find anywhere else.
All aboard our award-winning kid-free ships.
Head over to virginvoyages.com/truecrime to secure your spot.
Goodbye.
The Hulu original series Furious is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. Starring Emmy Rossum as Alice Black, Furious follows a rookie FBI agent on the hunt for Catherine, played by Lola Pettigrew, a mysterious and calculating female serial killer. While Alice upholds justice, Catherine kills for it, terrorizing the rich and powerful men of New York in her pursuit of vengeance. With secrets that change everything, Alice discovers there's a thin line between hunter and prey. Watch the Hulu original series, Furious, now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.